They get it back. Picks it out to Ginobili. Rejected by Young, but they get it back. Leonard dishes to Ginobili. From deep. From deep three-point range, off target. And so the Lakers take the win. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Pal, first off, congratulations on the win. How do you guys evaluate the progression of this team and how things are going right now?
Well, we're getting there. It's we're working hard, executing and going through our plays every practice so we can execute better during games. And I think today we did a decent job of it. I think we still can improve. Too many turnovers, so we gave them a lot of opportunities.
Pal, thank you. Kevin, talent is one thing. Team is an entirely different thing.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports.
Had points coming from all over the floor.
Boy, they were locked in and ready to roll, and offensively, they just had a rhythm that was impressive.
Boris Diaz checked in for the Spurs. Now, here's Green, averaging 9 points per contest. Parker outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Beautiful finger roll to cap that drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys. Seems like every year, guys, you look at Tony Parker and he's found something else to add to his game. He's always improving.
Now, here's Nash. 6 points for him. Here's Bryant. Rebound, San Antonio. Duncan's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Green kicks to Parker. He feeds it to Duncan. Puts it up from 12, and it's good. And last season for Tony Parker, arguably his best ever. 20 points a game, almost 8 assists, 52% Steve from the field. There was even talk at midseason about maybe MVP consideration.
Well, his ability to score inside around the rim is amazing, but he's also become a master of knocking down the jump shot from that 15 to 18-foot range. But really, this team has been built now around Parker. Their offensive strategy completely tailored to suit his talents.
Kicks to Green. 36 seconds left to play in the first. Leonard attacking. Spurs working the ball around now. And Green with the basket on the assist by Diaz. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Nash dishes to Gasol. The feed to Bryant. Gasol against Duncan. Nash outside. Now the pass to Kobe. It's stolen by Green. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Parker's shot is off.
Great look. Disappointing result.
You know, most times he knocks that one down.
Nash outside. And he hits the buzzer beater.
What a 3 at the horn. On the quarter. I know. What a big shot.
I'll say that'll put a little bounce in their step coming back out of this break.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Lakers ahead as they end the second. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on
next Sunday, November 24th. Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls take on Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers. Hoops action.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Lakers.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
So another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Here's Parker. He's coming off a 19-point game against Boston.
And he really kept his head down, withdrawing contact, getting himself to the line, played an aggressive game. That was a big-time help for him and his team.
Hill is out there with Chris Kaman. Then it's Johnson, then it's Steve Blake, and it's Farmar in at the point. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Thank you, Kevin. Tony Parker and teammate Boris Diaw have known each other since high school back in France. Boris says of Tony, quote, he's a point guard who can do it all. He can be an organizer and make the team play. Other times, he's going to be a scoring point guard. It's pretty rare to have both. And guys, Coach Popovich talked about how Parker's decision-making has matured as far as reading when to pass and when to score. He's found a great balance as the years have gone on, guys.
He can do it all, Doris. Pass, shoot, special talent.
Guys, you go back to the shortened season a year before last, and the Spurs were the best team on the road. But last year, they weren't nearly as dominant on the road. Still solid when leaving San Antonio, but far from the level they played at a couple of seasons ago.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. With a break in the action, let's show you the teams that have been making their opponents work especially hard over the past 10 games. In fourth, the Spurs.
Now, they've been solid defensively, maybe a little fortunate at times when teams have had off nights, but overall, pretty solid defense.
And for the Spurs on the road last season, they would still win 23 games in hostile territory. And while that is more than the 22, Steve, they won in the shortened season, they also lost a fair amount more as well.
Well, for the Spurs, Kevin, I think they did what they needed to do. You know, the Spurs manage the regular season. They know when to turn it on and when they can maybe relax a little bit. But the big thing is they just want to stay near 500 on the road, protect their home court, and be healthy going into the playoffs, and that puts them in a good position.
Lake for three. And they get it, and there's the layup. Count the bucket from Kaman. Kaman's got his first 2 points.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
And while we have a chance to do so, let's take a look at some of the numbers for Parker. He's averaging 18 points per game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output, and you know he's always looking to push himself.
And that's what the best players do, Steve. You play with one of the all-time greats in Michael Jordan. Nothing comes easy in the NBA against top talent, night in and night out. And I think the way he's been playing shows he's been working a lot on different aspects of his game.
They double-team Ginobili. And Parker, here we go. He kicks to Bellinelli. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Parker. And the foul on Chris Kaman. And the Lakers making a change here. Gasol's checked in. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Gasol with the steal. And now running up the court, Blake pushing it all the way. And it's Johnson with the jam.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when the steal triggers the break.
Yeah, it really does allow your offense to flow better. When you can get out and run and get easy opportunities, then everybody gains confidence.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Looks like he saw some things out there that needed adjusting, and wants to talk it over a little bit with his club.
I don't think you can ever go wrong burning a timeout if you see something you don't like and you need to talk about it.
Boris Diaw's checked in for Matt Bonner. Los Angeles on D. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Parker outside. Shot clock at 6. Feeds to Ginobili. Shoots the 3. Gasol with the rebound.
Well, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Well, a coaching carousel for the Lakers last season. They made it only 5 games before firing Mike Brown. Then they decided to go in a new direction. And, boy, they went through 3 different head coaches before all was said and done. They never really were able to gain that consistency they were looking for.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Tim Duncan was offended after last year's finals when reporters asked if he'd consider retiring. He said, I can't believe you're asking that question. It's been 5, years, you're saying we're too old. And guys, it's true. This is a team that's been written off season after season, and they find a way to keep their window open. Coach Greg Popovich said, quote, vacation is overrated. You can only grow so many tomatoes and read so many books. Guys, until they say they're done, you never count them out.
Doris, the Spurs win percentage over the Duncan era.